Sunday. My name is Aaron Shells, and tonight, I have a little bit of rock and roll. I remember when rock was young, me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. Had an old gold Chevy and a place in my arms, but the biggest kick I ever got was doing a thing called the crocodile rock, while the other kids were rocking round the clock. We were hopping and bobbing to the crocodile rock. Well, crocodile rocking is something shocking when my feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Oh, mama, it's Friday night, and Susie wore her dress size tight. Rockin' was out of sight. Come on now. La 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 la. 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 Well, the years went by and rock just died. Susie went and left me for some foreign guy. Long nights slim by the record machine, dreaming of my Chevy and my old blue jeans, but could never get the thrills we got doing the thing called the crocodile rock. While fast as the weeks went past, we really thought the crocodile rock would last. Well, crocodile rocking is something shocking, and my feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Oh, mama, it's Friday night now. Susie wore her dress up tight. Crocodile rocking was out of sight. Come on now. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yo. Rockin', something shocking when my feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Whoa, mama, it's Friday night now. Susie wore her dresses tight. Crocodile rockin' was out of sight. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Spontaneous Sunday. My name is Aaron Shells, and I'm broadcasting here from Los Angeles, California on this warm, sunny evening. I mentioned last week that this was going to be a special program. So that tonight's theme is just all the things that I love most, all the songs that I love most from my past, and including a couple new ones as well. But the reason being is that tomorrow I turn 35, and so I thought, well, I'll do a birthday indulgence of myself and just play things that I like to play and try for the first time, yes, the very first time ever in front of people singing. So that is that. So you're going to have an evening of me doing this piano stuff and also singing along. So feel free to sing along with me, by the way. very much piano bar style. So that first one obviously was Elton John's Crocodile Rock. I hope you enjoyed that one. I don't have Elton John's high range, so I have to take things down a bit. But a lot of songs tonight will be a little bit lower because I am a bass. And that means a lot of these songs are originally in tenor keys, and it's helpful if I can bring them down. So that's what the beauty of the transposer button is on these keyboards. But anyway, next up, I think I'm going to do for you some Ray Charles. Now, this goes back to, for me, discovering his music probably in high school. And there was a movie that came out, I want to say around like 2004 or 5, called Ray. It was about his life, with Jamie Foxx playing him. And so I thought I'll do a song that I really, really like playing of his. And this song is called Hallelujah, I Just Love Her So. Tell you about the girl I know. She is my baby and she lives next door. Every morning before the sun comes up, she brings my coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know, oh, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I have no friends, I know she'll go with me until the end. Everybody asks me how I know. I smile at them and say she told me so. That's why I know, oh, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Now if I call her on the telephone and tell her that I'm all alone, by the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door. In the evening when the sun comes down, when there is nobody else around, she kisses me and she holds me tight and tells me, Aaron, everything's alright. That's why I know, oh, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. On the telephone and tell her that I'm all alone. By the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, she kisses me and she holds me tight and tells me, Daddy, everything's alright. That's why I know, oh, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Oh, oh, hallelujah, don't you know, I just love her so. Just my little woman way across town. Oh, hallelujah, don't you know, I just love her so. That's Hallelujah, I Just Love Her So. It's a lot different when I'm singing and playing together. I get more out of breath. I get out of breath even when I'm, playing without singing. So yes, that's part of that, where it's extra work to breathe. I should remember to breathe more when I'm playing. This is very much a piano bar style, by the way, of the evening, so I hope you don't mind that. If you don't have a nice tasty beverage, a drink, you should grab one. All right. Next up here is going to be a song by my favorite artist, and that artist is Billy Joel. Again, an artist I found when I was in high school. I went to the Broadway show called Movin' Out, and this must have been in D.C. I was living kind of near there at the time, but it must have come through town. And I had friends in high school that told me, Aaron, you would really love Billy Joel's music. And I've, when someone else tells you to like something, you don't want to do it, especially in high school. But it took me going to the actual Broadway show and hearing that kind of medley of all his tunes, and that really, hold on. Headphones getting caught there. All right. That really helped me get acquainted with his music in a way that was just on my own time. So this song of his is not a hit by any chance. But if you know his albums, which you probably know a number of them, these were in the 70s mainly, but there were a lot of 80s ones as well. There's one in the 90s. This comes from the 70s. This was a song called Summer Highland Falls, and it kind of talks about the highs and lows of life. And don't we know that there are a lot of those? It's all kind of waves. There's the peaks and everything and the crest and all that stuff. And this song kind of talks about that, just the ups and downs of things. And I hope you enjoy. This is called Summer Highland Falls. See that these are not the best of times, but they're the only times I have ever known. And I believe there is a time for meditation in cathedrals of our own. Now I have seen that sad surrender in my lover's eyes, and I can only stand upon and sympathize. For we are always what our situations hand us. It's either sadness or euphoria. So we'll argue and we'll compromise and realize that nothing's ever changed. For all our mutual experience, our separate conclusions are the same. Now we are forced to recognize our inhumanity. Reason coexists with our insanity. And though we choose between reality and madness, it's either sadness or euphoria. We dissipate our energies. Perhaps we don't fulfill each other's fantasies. And as we stand upon the ledges of our lives with our respective similarities, it's either sadness or euphoria. That's Summer Highland Falls by Billy Joel. That's just a great song. And just quite deep lyrics. We all kind of have those moments of our lives that can be really great and happy, and then there's times that are very sad. So anyway, let's see next here. Oh, this one's going to be a good one. All right, so next here is another first for me. So I thought tonight this would be a good time to try this. Now, I've had some songs on streaming platforms for a number of years now. Back in 2020, when everything closed down, I decided to try a couple projects, and for the first time, try to learn how to create a full album of music. And with that, I had all these songs that I was writing. Everything was, we had all this time to think and everything. And during that time, I was just kind of writing a lot of random songs. And therefore, I had I guess 7 or 8 maybe that I really thought they didn't really go together as a cohesive album, but I wanted to learn the process of how to release an album, how to record everything, how to mix everything, and would work with vocals. I had never really recorded vocals before too much. I'd done a little bit, but not too much. And just have it where it's in a way that sounds somewhat professional, and just learn the process. And since then, I have done 3 albums. 2 of them have been songwriting albums, and this comes from the first one, the one that was in 2020. The album was called Solitude of Sounds, and it was kind of the theme of life at the time. It was the solitude. We were all by ourselves, but for me, there's a lot of music happening. So Solitude of Sounds, and I was thinking about sort of my own just journey moving out to Los Angeles from North Carolina at the time, and anyway, this song came to mind. It took me a little while. For me, songwriting is a very painstaking process. I don't just think of songs and have it done in 10 minutes. It takes me sometimes days. This is one of those ones that it took me a while to get the hook down for the chorus. But anyway, this one's about being in a city and having this sort of longing to get out of a city. So this song is called Mountain Bound. I hope you enjoy.
City life has its own kind of charm, but for a time it's okay with me. The pace is faster, no space for calm, but that's out of necessity. After a while I start to tire of it all. Can't clear the clutter from my head. No pill to take and no doctor to call. I need to heal on nature's bed. Slow me down, mountain, slow me down. Bring me up to your higher ground, where birds nest I find much needed rest. I am mountain bound, I am mountain bound, I am mountain bound. It's not easy to just up and go, as much as I would like to leave. The work piles up and there's debts I owe. This rat race offers no relief. We're on a train which never loses any steam. The tracks go on for miles ahead, while I'm jumping off to find my way along the stream and travel to that peak instead. Slow me down, mountain, slow me down. bird's nest I find much needed rest. I am mountain bound, I am mountain bound, I am mountain bound. Decided to up and go. For a time alone I'll be on that ridge with its blue-green glow, looking out as far as the eye can see. Decelerate myself into that place of peace, an elevation's made of stone. And every night, the stars are clearest in the sky, out in my home away from home, a home away from home. Slow me down, mountain, slow me down. Bring me up to your higher ground, where birds nest, I find much needed rest. I am mountain bound, I am
Yes, so that is Mountain Bound, one of those things that I always have a longing to, when you're in the city for a while, you have a longing to sort of get away from all the noise, and that song is about just that. So if you haven't heard that, there's actually a studio version recording of that on all of the streaming platforms under my name. So just search Aaron Show's Mountain Bound. You should be able to find it. All right, let's see who's in the chat. Let's go here. We've been playing and singing for a while. Where's my... All right, I'm going to go back to the beginning. Let's see who's here. Let's see. So on my chat here, it says Robert Varner. Hi, Robert. Jim is here. Hi, Jim. R. Sexton's here. Good to see you. Oh gosh, yes. Jerry is here. Hi, Jerry. Matt is here. Hello, Matt. Having a pint of cider. I love that. I had cider yesterday. I was up in the wine country of California and heading towards your way, probably, Matt, but not quite as far. I was up in Paso Robles, and there was a cidery there that I went to. Paul is here. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. Glad you're back. I've missed you. It's been a long time. Hope you had a good trip. Brooks. Hi, Brooks from Utah. Cam is here. Hello, Cam. And yes, hello, Show's crowd. Hello. It's going down the line here. Lena's here. Hi, Lena. Good to see you in North Carolina. I'm assuming with Cam is Kristen as well, so I'm going to say hi to both Cam and Kristen there. If I'm missing anyone, let's see. That's that. There's that. You guys are so nice. I love all these comments. It's so cool. Yes, this for me is a big deal because I said I've never sung in front of people before as a solo. I've sung in choirs my whole life, but never done solo stuff. I take that back. When I was a little kid, I did sing a solo. I sang in the Bernstein Chichester Psalms. Anyway, that was in Hebrew, I think I sang. That was when I was really little. I was the boy soprano in that. But that was probably the last time I've done any kind of like actual solo singing in front of people. All right, let's see. Beth is here. Hi, Beth. Good to see you. Local to town here. Going through here. Nancy is here. Hi, Nancy. This is a good crowd tonight. I'm glad you're all here. I thought I saw earlier. Let's see if I can read. Is it Hoa? H-O-A? Hoa? Or is it like HOA, like homeowners association. Hoa bien. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for the nice words. Georges is here. Hi, Georges. Also local. Casey is here. Hi, Casey. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate this. Yes. Okay, so you are Hoa. Okay, good to meet you. Sorry for saying Homeowners Association, because I feel like, isn't bien like good? Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't want to get that wrong, but bien, isn't that like good? Like très bien? So I was thinking like, anyway. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. And welcome. We do this every Sunday, by the way. This is every Sunday evening at 5 p.m. kind of thing. So if you're new and haven't even been in the chat, definitely check out every week. It's something different every week. So that's kind of the goal, is to change it up and not have anything be the same every week. And that's why it's spontaneous. Nancy says she has potato chips and French onion dip. That is one of my favorite combinations. I love chips and French onion dip. Oh my gosh. R. Sexton, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Jerry, for the super chat. Wow. You guys, I didn't realize this was happening. Thank you so much. I'm going to heart these. Jim sent a super chat. Thank you, Jim. Oh, my goodness, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Nancy, for the super chat. Wow. Very cool. Beth says that the pianist and organist can really sing. Thank you. Yeah, for me, singing in front of people is definitely a thing I don't do. So you're getting a special thing tonight. So, all right. So next up here, I don't think I have lyrics to this song. I should find them really quickly here. This is going to be a James Taylor song, another one of my influences. And hopefully I can play this song. I never have played it before actually and sang it. Let's see how this goes. So this, I'm looking this up online. All right, there we go. There's the lyrics. Let's see. No, maybe not. So anyway, this is one of my favorite James Taylor songs. This actually was an album name. And I'm not quite sure if this is sort of a song that he wrote as, an autobiographical kind of thing, because it's kind of about a cowboy and sort of being out under the stars, kind of like the last song, in a similar way. But this one is a song that I really, really like, and hopefully I can remember how it goes. But I saw James Taylor play live back in May, and he did this song, and hopefully I can play it. I will try. This is called Sweet Baby James.
There's a young cowboy who lives on the range. His horse and his cattle are his only companions. He works in the saddle and he sleeps in the canyons, waiting for summer, his pastures to change. And as the moon rises, he sits by his fire, thinking about women and glasses of beer, closing his eyes as the doggies retire. He sings out a song which is soft and it's clear, maybe someone could hear. Good night, you moonlight ladies, rock-a-bye, sweet baby James. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams and rock-a-bye, sweet baby James. The 1st of December was covered with snow. So was the turnpike from Stockbridge to Boston. Through the Berkshires seem dreamlike on account of that frosting. 10 miles behind me and 10,000 more to go. There's a song that they sing when they take to the highway, a song that they sing when they take to the sea, a song that they sing o'er the home in the sky. Maybe you can believe it helps you to sleep. And singing works just fine for me. So good night, you moonlight ladies. Rockabye, sweet baby James. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams? And rockabye, sweet baby James. So good night, you moonlight ladies. Rockabye, sweet baby James. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams? And rockabye, sweet baby James. Rockabye, sweet baby James. Rockabye, sweet baby James.
All right. Again, one of my favorite songs of his, and if I could remember how those middle parts go, but it's such a great song. Gosh. All right. So, how about an up-tempo one here? This one is another Billy Joel song. Let's do this one. Let's see if I have the lyrics to this somewhere in here. There we go. All right. Another one I've got to take down, but in a lower key. About that. All right. So this is going to be down in a lower key for me. This is one from a 1977 album of his. And I think kind of became a hit in its own right. I don't think it was a single, but it may have been. I don't think it was, though. That album had Just the Way You Are, Only the Good Die Young. And this one was just a fun song that I really love to sing. And he, back in the time, you know, when all you had was records and the radio, he built into this song a skip. Meaning, when the record would skip, as you know, like it would jump someplace else, or it would repeat a section quickly and jump backwards. And so, in this song, he wrote into the song a skip. And so, at the end of each verse, there's a little bit of a, as you probably know with the song. The song is called "Movin' Out," and I really enjoy singing this. This is Billy Joel's "Movin' Out."
Works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday. Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said, "Sonny, move out to the country. Oh, but working too hard can give you a heart attack. You ought to know by now. Who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that what you get for your money? And it seems such a waste of time. That's what it's all about. Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Sergeant O'Leary is walking rocking the beat. At night he becomes a bartender. He works at Mr. Cacciatore's down on Sullivan Street, across from the medical center. Yeah, and he's trading in a Chevy for a Cadillac. You ought to know by now. If you can't drive with a broken back, at least you can polish the fenders. And it seems such a waste of time, but that's what it's all about. Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, ooh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You should never argue with a crazy man. You ought to know by now. You can pay Uncle Sam with your overtime. Is that what you get for your money? And if that's what you had in mind, yeah, that's what you're all about. Good luck moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Woo-hoo. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm moving out.
All right. Oh, it's fun. Yeah, all the or Cadillac, or well, Jerry's there. There's the first one, which is heart attack. So yes, I'm sure those of you that bought that record when it came out probably thought, I got a broken record. It's got a scratch on it, and that was the whole point, that it was built in. So, all right, let's see here. Another upbeat one. This is another one that I wrote. So I mentioned that I did 2 albums so far. I don't have plans for a third songwriting one at the moment, but maybe at some point I will. But so I did that first album in 2020, and it was like I said, sort of a conglomeration of styles. It was nothing that really tied it all together. It was just kind of very eclectic, I'll put it that way. And so the second album that I did, which was in 2021, I thought, well, let's go back to the beginnings of all the rock and roll and pop stuff in the 50s and 60s. And so I was thinking about my influences, like, gosh, Neil Sedaka was one that I had a lot with this song, but Frankie Valli and Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis and all those, and then obviously some of the Motown in the 60s, Stevie Wonder and the Temptations and things. And so I was kind of writing songs in the vein of the 50s and 60s and thinking back to the early days of rock and roll. And so I called the album Yesteryear because it's kind of time gone by. It was yesteryear. And like I said, it harkens back to those 2 decades. And this was one of the opening, it wasn't the opening, but one of the opening tracks. And the whole album actually, I think, has more cohesion to it. The song that you heard during the intro before I began playing this evening was from that album. That was a instrumental track on there that was kind of in the style of Ray Charles. But this one is, like I said, one of the beginning tracks in the album. It's called The First Chapter. And again, very Neil Sedaka kind of 1950s rock and roll style. I never have played this acoustically. I've only, like I said, recorded this in an album version. So I'm trying this for the first time and seeing how this works. It might fall apart. But this is called The First Chapter, and there's a lot of, not alliteration, there's a lot of allusion to literature and books and things. So, and then tying that in with a fake relationship that I was making up for the story of the album. But anyway, I hope you enjoy The First Chapter. Maybe I'll change. Oh, there we go. Oops. How about that? All right.
It's the first chapter in the book of you and me. I know we just met, but it's clear we're meant to be. When a love story feels as natural as we do, you gotta read it all the way through. It all began when you first looked my way, and your eyes locked side with mine. Not a word had yet been spoken, though we'd written our first line. The band was playing, but we didn't hear a note, a moment free of sound. We saw each other and knew right then what a perfect match we found. Oh, it's the first chapter in the book of you and me. I know we just met, but it's clear we're meant to be. When a love story feels as natural as we do, you gotta read it all the way through. Well, you walked up to me and it was known what we shared was something real. And we spoke a simple narrative, telling all the truths we feel. You said you thought it never happened like this, or only for a lucky few. But I told you we had authored it ourselves, a romance all brand new. Oh, it's the first chapter in the book of you and me. I know we just met, but it's clear we're meant to be. When a love story feels as natural as we do, you gotta read it all the way through. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, whoa, we went out and it was all we hoped for, but I couldn't wait to tell her. While our novel life had only just begun, it was gonna be a bestseller. Oh, oh, it's the first chapter in the book of you and me. I know we just met, but it's clear we're meant to be. When a love story feels as natural as we do, you gotta read it all the way through. Oh, it's the first chapter in the book of you and me. I know we just met, but it's clear we're meant to be. When a love story feels as natural as we do, you gotta read it all the way through. Oh, you gotta read it all the way through. Oh, you gotta read it all the way through.
All right, that's the first chapter. Let's see. Ooh, that's a nice chord. All right. Okay. Let's see what's next here. Oh, should I do that one? I don't know if I should. Do I have the lyrics to that somewhere here? Yes, I do. Okay. Some more Elton John for you. I'll change the camera back here. Some more Elton John for you. Sort of my second in line to Billy Joel. We'll see how this goes. This is one that he wrote after the death of Marilyn Monroe. And then later in the 90s, I remember this song as being written for Princess Diana's death. He sang this at her funeral, but he just changed the words. I'm going to sing the original lyrics to this. This is called Candle in the Wind. And one of these songs that I think is just really, really well written. And I was trying to think of sort of the highlights of Elton's music and the highlights of Billy's music and things. For this program, I wanted to find sort of the top ones that I really enjoy singing along and playing. So this is for you, Candle in the Wind.
Goodbye, Norma Jean. Though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawled. They crawled out of the woodwork and they whispered into your brain. They set you on a treadmill, and they made you change your name. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to known you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Loneliness was tough, the toughest role you ever played. How we created a superstar, and pain was the price you paid. Even when you died, oh, the press still hounded you. All the papers had to say was that Marilyn was found in the news. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to known you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Goodbye, Norma Jean. Though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawl. Goodbye, Norma Jean, from the young man in the 22nd row who sees you as something more than sexual, more than just our Marilyn Monroe. It seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to known you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. To known you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did.
All right, that's Candle in the Wind, Elton John. Wow. Okay, So let's see if anyone else has joined the chat. I don't know if there has been any more. I've been trying to monitor the chat as we've been going along. Back up here. I don't think there's been any new, but I've been appreciating the comments, so thank you all for writing this stuff in. This is really encouraging to me because, like I said, I never have really done this thing before, so it's for me is a first, and also it's sort of getting over the nerves of doing this. You know, our voices are so personal to us; they're unique to each of us, and so for me to do this goes way beyond the usual of me on the keyboard, where I'm able to speak through the instrument. But it sounds pretty good, though. I think it's something I might try again in the future if you guys are willing to let me indulge like this again. All right, another one that I just have never done on piano before, so it could also fail. This is when I was in college. I really got into this group. I had sort of a prog rock, I wouldn't say phase because I still like this group a lot. But I got into prog rock a little bit more, like King Crimson, and there was Yes, and this group was probably my favorite of the time. And this is Genesis. And as you may know, there we go, reverb there. They had the first singer was Peter Gabriel, and then he went off and did his own solo thing. And then they took the drummer of the band of Genesis, and the drummer stepped up after. Actually, they did a bunch of auditions. They were trying to find a new singer after Peter Gabriel left, and they had a lot of auditions, and then nobody was seeming to fit the part. And so they asked the drummer, "Would you sing some songs with us? You know, the drummer's been with us forever, but never has really been in the spotlight." The drummer said yes, and the drummer was Phil Collins, and so that began Phil Collins kind of writing and then he obviously went off and did his own solo thing as well. But this was, for me, was college, so this was like the mid-2000s when I started getting into their music, and I had like a greatest hits album and stuff. And then they came through town. I was living in Pittsburgh at the time. They came through town, and I got to go see them. This was like 2007, I think. And it was Phil Collins, and it was really, really cool. Yes. Tony Banks and Mike Rutherford, who then became Mike and the Mechanics later on. So yeah, very, very cool stuff. Anyway, this is one of their more, I guess, ballady songs. They had a lot of up-tempo things, but because they were from prog rock beginnings, a lot of their songs had odd time signatures. This one does not have an odd time signature, but this one's called "Follow You, Follow Me," and there were some songs of theirs that did have some weird time signatures. They had a song called "Turn It On Again," and "Turn It On Again" was in 13/4 time, meaning there's 13 beats in a measure. But it sounds actually natural. I know that song like the back of my hand, just counting it because I've heard it so many times. But yes, they were so good about doing stretching the limits of rock music. Anyway, this one's called "Follow You, Follow Me." I hope you enjoy.
Stay with me, my love. I hope you'll always be right here by my side. If ever I needed you, oh my love, in your arms. Oh, I feel so safe and so secure. Every day is such a perfect day to spend alone with you. I will follow you. Will you follow me all the days and nights that we know will be? I will stay with you. Will you stay with me? Just one single tear in each passing year. See so very clearly now say. The night is long, but you are here, close at hand. Oh, I'm better for the smile you give. And while I live, I will follow you. Will you follow me all the days and nights that we know will be? I will stay with you. Will you stay with me? Just one single tear in each passing year. I will be. I will follow you. Will you follow me all the days and nights that we know will be? I will stay with you. Will you stay with me? Just one single tear in each passing year. I will follow you. Will you follow me all the days and nights that we know will be? I will stay with you. Will you stay with me? Just one single tear in each passing year. I will be.
And that was Follow You, Follow Me. Phil Collins, he has had an amazing career. He was an amazing, amazing drummer. And then I think in the last, I would say 10 years or so, he's had some health issues, and I think he's no longer able to play anymore. I think he's got like the kind of maybe like carpal tunnel or something in his wrists that doesn't let him play anymore, which is such a shame because he was such a great drummer. If you are a drummer, you would appreciate Phil Collins. And then of course his singing, and for me in my childhood, Phil Collins was. He wrote music to the movie Tarzan. There were some great songs in that movie. Maybe another time I'll play some of those songs as well for you. But anyway, yes, that was Genesis. All right, a couple more for you here. Another one of my own original ones. This is the last one of my original ones for the evening. This is probably one of my more recent songs, I would say, over the last couple years. I did a couple Christmas songs a year or two ago. This is not one of those, even though it is July. It would be good to do some Christmas songs in July, but not tonight. This one, the idea for this song came about because I was thinking, with things like Instagram and Facebook and social media, you're able to see friends that you've grown up with and see where they've gone on and what they've done. And a lot of mine, got married and had kids and things. But it's kind of nice to be able to sort of check in and know what they're doing. But of that group of people that are on social media, there are a number that are not on social media that I grew up with. And a lot of those folks, I wonder where they went to. If you don't have contact with them, if you don't have any kind of a class reunion that they don't go to, you lose track with people and see, you don't know what happened. And so this was the idea for this next song, thinking about the friends that I grew up with. I mean, there's a lot of people that I grew up with, and I'm sure you're the same way. When you grew up, I mean, you had friends that you knew through school, and then you knew their name, and you knew all about them, and then once school ended, it all went away, and you went on and did your own thing with your own life. So this is kind of, mainly about that. It's mainly about the idea that if I were to write a letter to one of those friends, how would that go? What would that be like? What would I say? They would never get to see it. I don't know where they live. I don't know how to find them. But this is what I would just sort of wish them well and hope that everything's gone well since since we last met when we were kids. So this song is called Much Love.
This is a letter you may never see, a note of moments from my memory, sealed with your name on front but nothing below. No street or city, no place for it to go. The words inside are simple thoughts so cliche. I hope this finds you well and happy, they say. And though it's brief, the meaning is clear. The thoughts I have for you are true and sincere. I'm sending you much love, and thinking too of how our lives have been changing. I'm sending you much love. Wherever you may be, I wish you the best things. Remember all the summers back then, what I'd give to be right back there again. The air so heavy and the innocence so light. We couldn't find boredom, though try as we might. As time moved slower, it was all on our side. We had more than enough to keep us satisfied. We grew older and the innocence passed. Who could have told us it would happen so fast? I'm sending you much love, and thinking too of how our lives have been changing. I'm sending you much love. Wherever you may be, I wish you the best things. Yes, when opportunities arose, the years shot past us, caught us up in a blur. Only our minds retain the way things once were. This is a letter you may never see, about a friendship we shared, you and me. And if by some chance this reaches your hands, you'd read I'm thinking of you and understand that I'm sending you much love, and thinking too of how our lives have been changing. I'm sending you much love. Wherever you may be, I wish you the best things. I'm sending you much love, and thinking too of how our lives have been changing. I'm sending you much love. Wherever you may be, I wish you the best things. Oh, la 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 la, la 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 I'm sending you much love. Wherever you may be, I wish you the best things.
All right, that one also is on the streaming platforms if you want to listen to that one too. It's like one of my favorite ones that I've done so far, just because it's such a I don't know, real feeling. I think that you wonder what happened to the people that you just lost touch with. You know, they're out there somewhere, probably having a life, and you know, you used to be part of theirs, they used to be part of yours, and no longer is the case. So it's kind of a sad thing, but the song I think has a little bit of hope in it, just kind of saying, whatever's happened in your life, wherever you may be, I hope it's been all good. So I wish all the best for you. All right, here's another one for you.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia, oh, Georgia, no peace I find comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see, oh, the road leads back to you. I said, Georgia, oh, Georgia, a song you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see, oh, the road leads back to you. Georgia, oh, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I said just an old sweet song on my mind.
Georgia on my mind, Ray Charles. All right. Well, let's see what else is here. I have to do this one, and I'm sorry for those on the East Coast that I missed the opportunity to do this one about a half hour ago. But I think if you know this, you should definitely sing along. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, "Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. Oh, la, 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 dee-dee-da. La, 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 dee-dee-da, da-dum." All right, sing along. Here we go. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a memory, and you've got us feeling all right. John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. And the waitress is... Oh, sorry, this is one more time. He says, "Bill, I believe this is killing me," as a smile ran away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. Now, Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. And he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. And the waitress is practicing politics, and the businessmen slowly get stoned. Yes, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. And I just say, sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. It's a pretty good crowd for Spontaneous Sunday, and the manager gives me a smile, because that's YouTube, because he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, "Man, what are you doing here?" Oh, la, 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 dee-dee-da. La, la, dee-dee-da, da-dum. Did you sing along? I hope you did. Okay. All right. I am wearing down here, but I will do just a couple more. Like I said, this is the indulging spontaneous Sunday. I have never done this before, but I figured why not? And we'll try this and see if it, see how it goes. All right. So, super chat. Robert Hurley, thank you so much. I will heart that right now. And Georgia sent super chats. Thank you, Georgia. I appreciate that. You guys are so generous. Thank you. Gosh, it's a lot of fun. So to get, appreciation like that from you all is so extra, like icing, meaningful in the cake. I just really appreciate that. Yeah, it means a lot. And I just think back on doing this program now it began in July of 2020. So it's been 4 years that I've been doing this on the weekends. And I remember those first couple, I would say maybe even a couple years. I was going to say maybe even the first year but so. But I would turn on YouTube, turn on my cameras, and, would have 2 people, 3 people watching. And that was okay. It was kind of a small little gathering. And right now it says 20 in the chat on my screen, which is many times 3. I think Lena, if you're still there, she was probably part of the original one. Brooks joined maybe a year or so in, but it has since just grown, and in the last year especially, thanks to a friend of all of ours living over in Germany, and then of course just connecting with all the good things in YouTube and all the joy that we have found through that. So this next one is one that I really relate to. It's Paul Simon, and the song is really not easy to sing, so I might screw this up, but whenever I sing it along with him, it sounds fine, of course. But let's see here. All right, when I sing along with him, it's all fine, but doing this on my own, I am not Paul Simon, but this is a really, really well-written song. I love the rhyme scheme in this song, the words that he uses to rhyme with the word years. And I was thinking back on all the years of Spontaneous Sundays, and we've done 4 years now. So this song is just a sort of tribute to the last 4 years and the years to come.
I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me, I just smiled. And we talked about some old times, and we drank ourselves some beers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. Not the kind of man who tends to socialize. I seem to lean on old familiar ways. And I ain't no fool for love songs that whisper in my ears. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. 4 in the morning, crapped out, yawning, longing for life away. I never worry, why should I? It's all gonna fade. Now I sit by my window and I watch the cars. I fear might do some damage one fine day. But I would not be convicted by a jury of my peers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy. Still crazy. Still crazy after all these years. Still crazy after all these years.
That's one of those, I think I had too high, but it's okay. Yes, I did have it too high. That's okay. Falsetto is there for that. Okay, next up here, this is the last one for the evening, I promise. I have indulged myself enough. This is just a fun way to close out the evening. So, this is Bob Seger. And this goes back to, let's see, where is it? This goes back to, I don't even know what year this goes back to. Anyway, it doesn't really much matter. This is a fun song, nice blues that just talks about the old time rock and roll. So I hope you enjoy. This is the last one for the evening. Here we go.
That kind of music just soothes my soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time of rock and roll. Still like that old time of rock and roll. Oh!
Thank you, everyone. This has been Spontaneous Sunday, a special version, indulging myself in all the things that I love about rock and roll and music in general, and songs and stuff and things. Thank you for being here the last hour and 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes I get this point. This has been the longest I've done so far, so I guess the one to do the longest one on is your birthday. So yes, I will have tomorrow off and then actually have some time to take the week off. So I'm going to do a little bit of vacationing for myself. But again, thank you all for being here this evening. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been a new venture for me, but I kind of like it. It's a lot of fun. So maybe I'll revisit this again in the future. Anyway, stay cool. Have a safe and great week. And I'll be back next Sunday, probably for maybe some organ music. We'll see how it goes. Maybe some more piano. I don't know. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.
Everybody wants to get their way. They want a spotlight to have their say. They always need a reason to complain, but we lose sunshine if we're looking for rain. I know the world is rough, it's never good enough. We lack a sense of any truth, but I try a different stance and give us all a chance, 'cause there's so much we can improve. I see the glass